you know what day it is, Flo? Do you know what day it is? It's Christmas. No, it's not Christmas. It's New Floor's Day. Oof, looking a little sleepy, to say the least. Are those pillow creases on my face? Quite possibly. Good morning, guys. How's it going? I hope you're doing really well. It is bright and early on Tuesday morning, and when I say bright and early, I actually mean dark and early because the sun hasn't even come up yet. If you can't tell by my very croaky voice and the fact that I've just chucked on my spirit jersey, it's just a spirit jersey kind of day, honestly. I'm dressed like I'm taking the kids to school in 1994. Apparently, before 8 o'clock this morning, which gives them about half an hour or so to turn up, our flooring people are coming. This is literally months in the making, so I'm very excited. You might even be able to tell already because it sounds so echoey in here right now. I'm currently in the living room. I'm sure you'll probably recognize the hideous curtains of Hideousville, and that is because this room is completely empty once again. It literally looks like we're packing up and moving out or moving in again. It feels like we're just going around in this lovely circle of zero progress, but today there will actually be some progress. So last night we completely emptied out this room, which was the least relaxing evening of my entire life, and now the house is in complete and utter chaos because we did not have anywhere to put anything. So the fridge is now in the kitchen. You'd think that having a fridge in your kitchen would be a better option. I'll show you in a bit. Not in this house. So that is the grand master plan for today, really. We are getting a new living room floor, and as you can see behind me, very much empty, apart from some stacks of wood, which will later be our floor. So this is the wood itself, which got shipped over a couple of weeks ago. It's been cooking away nicely and acclimatizing in the little alcove of the living room. I think that's just so that the wood itself can get used to the temperatures and the conditions of your home. And it's been taking up quite a lot of room. It's meant that we couldn't use the vinyl player, we couldn't really access this corner. It's generally just been a bit of a pain to have sitting in the living room. So I'm very excited for these stacks of wood to no longer be a feature in our home. So you've probably seen this a million times, but this is what we've currently got. Some quite old school, slightly dated laminate is what we're working with, and I think because it's so grey outside it might look a bit nicer than it actually is. In reality it's very bright orange, and literally since the dawn of time when we very first got the keys, this floor, it's always been a little bit sticky. No matter how many times I cleaned it several times, always a little bit of stickiness. So that's been a bit weird and a bit gross, and I'm very much looking forward to that not being a thing anymore. So that's the before. Me and Flo, we're just going to be hanging out upstairs today while they get to work. Feel like I'm making a lot of tea and coffees, and I'm hoping it all gets done in a day. It would be so cool if Adam comes home tonight and our living room floor is just done. Before anyone asks, I haven't had time to get around to painting the walls before the new floor is installed. That really would have been a dream and being very organised, but life just doesn't work like that, does it? So that's what's happening today. I'm so excited. I mentioned briefly, I think maybe in the last vlog, that we've been all over the place with getting this booked in. It's been booked for months now, so it's been pushed back, and I first literally inquired about this in November, and it's now February. So it's been a long time coming. It's the first thing that I'm really excited about, the first thing that we've really put some money aside and that we're really excited to kind of properly change the house. And I just can't wait to see it later, so I'll show you how we get on in a bit. And when I said we finally had a fridge in the kitchen instead of the living room, this is what I meant. Literally what? Obviously we just kind of had to move everything out of the living room and dump it wherever we can, basically. So this is our lovely sleek fridge. You barely notice it as you come into the house. It's so streamlined and it fits so nicely. Honestly, these Smeg fridges are so beautiful, and I'm still head over heels in love with ours, but they are chunky boys. Like, they literally don't fit anywhere in this kitchen, and it was so difficult to move from the living room to the kitchen. Me and Adam were having a proper real life like pivot kind of moment last night at 10 o'clock at night. A little bit stressful, but we did it in the end. So today I can't access the boiler, the heating, or the dishwasher. Be fine. So goodbye, weird orange sticky laminate. Hate you, see you never. Oh my god, okay. I can just about reach a mug. It's not too much of a disaster. And the good news is that the milk is so readily available to me.
settle for nothing, as long as we can keep the fire. I'll do whatever you do, follow you anywhere, if our chances are getting brighter. But I want you to know I can't help but fight this feeling. I want you to try. Imagine living without it.
Right, time for a little lunchtime update. So it was all going too smoothly. So the guys have been working for about 4.5 hours now or so. I think they got here just after 8 and it's lunchtime now. The progress they have made is unreal. I'm really amazed by how quickly it's all been put together actually. It's pretty noisy. Flo has been like super unsettled. She was getting really involved and she was really interested in it all and she was giving them a helping hand. I'm sure it wasn't annoying at all. But then she quickly scarpered as soon as the sanding machine came out. That part is pretty noisy, or some kind of like cutter or sander or something. That part is really noisy, and then there's some kind of like nail gun or pressure thing which goes off every now and again as well, but really not too bad at all. I've just been like stuck up here working like a socially awkward person, popping down to make coffees for them and then scurrying back up to disappear into the upstairs. For this house it was all going far too smoothly because we've hit a slight little bump in the road. You might call it a conundrum. You might just call it me being an idiot. So rewind way back to November when I first inquired about getting this done. Obviously I had to send over the measurements of the room to get like an accurate price about how much they would want to charge for a job like this. And I don't know why I thought this was a good idea. Why? Oh, actually I don't think it's that stupid. Basically I gave them the measurements for the room that were on the floor plan of the house. Like the floor plan that the estate agent had given us and that we've always had for the house. I gave them those measurements assuming that they would be accurate, but as we all know, and as I should have remembered to assume, is to make an ass out of you and me. Turns out the measurements were really wrong. Like not even just a bit wrong, like really wrong. So they haven't got enough wood. There hasn't been enough wood the whole time. We got Lucy wood, but still not enough wood. So while they've laid like the main part of the floor, I will go and show you in a bit like what they've done so far. While they've laid the main part and that bit is all done and dusted, the edging and like the bit into the alcove is not done yet, and they've literally got 2 little planks of wood left. I was actually on the phone to my mum and then I heard him shout from downstairs, "Lucy?" And I was like, "Yeah, everything okay?" And he was like, "Yes and no." I was like, oh, heard this before. You're gonna tell me we've got a gas leak? We are 2 lucky sons of guns because basically these lovely chaps have now, this is where they've gone just now, they've now driven to this other job where they happen to be using the same wood. It's a complete miracle, like so lucky. They happen to be using the same wood at this other job, so they've gone to get another load of wood from that job to bring that back here and finish our floor with that. So lucky. So I am just so grateful to these guys, and they've just totally gone above and beyond. Like they've now got an hour's drive in the middle of the day to go and collect this wood, pick it up and then come all the way back and start the process again. So that's where we're up to. I just feel awful. You know when you do something stupid that affects other people and you just literally want to shrink into a hole and disappear into the ground. Well, at least we've all learnt a lesson here. We all have to take lessons from these things in life, don't we? The lesson is, don't use your floor plan for anything ever. You just don't know these things, do you, until they're proved wrong, and then you learn and you never do it again. So here is how we are looking right now. Isn't it so beautiful? I just love it. I just think it's perfect. So obviously they've done nearly all of the main part, like this bit is all completely done. There's just the edging that they still have to do here. Oh, it looks like the postman might be here. Yeah, you can see it quite well here actually. So it's just this edging bit that they've got to do here. They've removed the like trim that was all the way around here, and they just have to kind of fit the edge of it, and that is basically like long ways planks that they do that with. So the chevron design like ends there, and then it's neatened up with a nice neat trim all around the edge. It's just gorgeous. I love the tones of it. Isn't it beautiful? That's what they've gone to get extra wood for. And then round here as well, this bit hasn't been quite finished yet. I'm thinking maybe this area is the measurement that wasn't right. Maybe this bit wasn't included in the measurement or something, I don't know. But that is how we are looking so far. I just couldn't be more in love with it. I think it's gonna just look so beautiful. When you come in really close, you can see how it's all like fastened in. I think these must be like tiny little nails or something. That must be that machine that they're using. I kind of want to ask them, but I don't want to annoy them. I want to know how it's all working. From the little sneak peeks that I did grab when I was kind of like popping in to give them coffee and like see how they were doing, I saw that they'd kind of covered the laminate in a load of glue. So I think primarily it's glued down. Oh, you can see actually over there. There you go, you can see the little traces of glue along there. But then this has still all got to be finished. And he did explain to me that they're going to be able to neaten it quite nicely around the radiator too. And the decision to just put it straight onto the laminate was basically their brilliant advice. I mean, I haven't got a clue. I thought maybe the laminate would have to be ripped up, but it slides perfectly under the door. It's not too thick, so it still fits under the door, and basically I think it just makes it a whole lot easier and a whole lot neater and a whole lot more simple to just lay it straight onto the laminate rather than pulling the laminate up and not really knowing what's underneath, that kind of thing. We decided to just go straight onto the laminate, keep it a little bit cheaper and a little bit easier. And obviously I trust their professional judgment, so more than happy to do that. Oh, and before they started, actually they asked me what I wanted to do about the fireplace, whether it was supposed to go right in there all the way up like the laminate did. But I either want this to be a fireplace again, like a proper fireplace, or I think maybe in the short term, I really want to tile this with some really beautiful tiles. So he said that the laminate would be a really nice, smooth tiling base, and that they might as well leave it if I'm going to cover it. So that's absolutely fine with me. I'll have to do a little bit of tile research and see what I can find to like fill this space. So that's my little lunchtime progress report. I just love it. I can't stop looking at it. I'm so happy with it. While I remember as well, because I know I'm going to get loads of questions about this, I already have done, and I thought I might as well just wait until this video and kind of stick it all in one place. The brand that we have gone for is a brand called Eco Flooring UK, so obviously UK based. They're a small independent company. I think they're based in Yorkshire, and the two guys who come to install this today as well are super northern. They're so nice. So I was super excited straight from the beginning that it was like a small business who were doing exactly what I had in mind, and that we didn't have to bring in like a huge chain company or anything. There's just something a lot nicer about supporting a local small business, isn't there? And then obviously, as the name suggests, they're very kind of eco-conscious, which I was also super excited about as well. And all the wood that they use for their flooring is actually reclaimed. So they pick it up from places like old schools, old buildings that are going to be demolished, that kind of thing. Anywhere where the wood would otherwise be wasted, that's where they source their wood from, and then it's reinstalled into people's homes, which I just think is so great. Like, what a brilliant idea. And I want to say it's called parquet flooring. Parquet flooring? I guess it probably depends how posh you're feeling. I mean, I'm certainly not an expert, but I'm pretty sure that's when you have like a single block of wood that is then laid into some kind of pattern, rather than laminate, which tends to be like squares of a design that are kind of laid next to each other. This is like the individual bits that are all laid down. As you saw, we had like stacks and stacks of wood. It's meant to be like a sign of really great quality, and it's long lasting, and it's important, like the craftsmanship and stuff, like that's what really matters with it. And now that I've seen it in there, I just can't believe it. I just feel so lucky that this is going to be our home. Like, it's just amazing. Because we have the exposed floorboards up here in the bedroom and the office, I think it's just a much nicer kind of like continuation through the house to have that like natural wood feel. Do you know what I mean? I still haven't really figured out what we're going to do with the stairs yet. Obviously they're covered in slightly manky carpet at the moment, but I quite like the idea of them being wood as well, maybe having like a carpet runner up the middle or something. I don't know. I'm not even going to mention that to Adam yet, because he'll just be like, slow down, one thing at a time. We haven't even got the living room finished yet. You did the measurements wrong. But yeah, for anyone who's interested, this is not sponsored. I just know I'm going to get loads of questions about it. They do all sorts. They do the chevron design, which is what we've gone for. They do a herringbone style. They do the Versailles thing, which is much fancier and probably wouldn't lend itself very well to our house, but quite grand and fancy. And we've gone for the reclaimed oak on ours, which is that really kind of cool, neutral kind of colour. And it's just beautiful, the texture of it and all the little kind of like knots and nooks that you can see in it. I just gives me the feels. And if you're interested in like pricing and stuff, I mean, it's not the cheapest to get flooring installed like this. It was a bit of a fluke that we managed to go for it, really. Otherwise it might not have been in our budget. It might have been something that we'd have to save a bit longer for. I think we still would have anyway, because it's just beautiful. We got very lucky because it coincided with their Black Friday sale. They had the most unreal Black Friday deals. They sort of charged us to buy the wood as one part. That was an absolute steal. Obviously we're gonna have to pay a bit more now because I'm a doofus. Then there was another fee for installation which was also discounted from Black Friday, and then it was gonna be a little bit extra, maybe like an extra 100 quid I think or something to remove the laminate, but we decided in the end it wasn't worth it and that we might as well just go straight on top of it seeing as we can. So yeah, that's EcoFlooring UK. Can't recommend them enough. They've obviously just gone above and beyond today. They're such nice guys. The customer service girl that I've been chatting to every day is super duper lovely, and I just really like them. So if you're after flooring like this, they 100% get my recommendation. Major thumbs up. This outfit, I mean, I'm not hating it, you know. Pizza Planet and mom jeans, what could possibly go wrong? Just had a very excellent delivery. Fully stocked up on coffees. I have been meaning to place this order literally since Christmas, but then kept thinking to myself, oh, I'll just pop into the Nespresso store and I'll do it next time I'm in town, blah blah blah. Every single time I've forgotten. But then yesterday I finally got sick of my own nonsense and just placed an online order, and now we have a beautiful selection of coffees. Voluto, così. And I'm pretty sure I also, yeah, there it is. I also ordered a couple of their little recycling bags, because once you've used the pods up in your machine, you then pop them into one of these recycling bags, and they either come and collect it literally from your doorstep to recycle them properly, which is amazing, or you can drop them off at the shop. I think that's such a good idea. And the other very exciting delivery, which is just rocked up on the doorstep, I can't believe that this has been sent to me. I've had a little parcel from Disney. From Shop Disney. Are you joking? The dream. Of all the days for it to turn up is when I'm wearing my Pizza Planet Spirit jersey. I think the Disney gods are watching over me today. Little note says, Lucy, we hope you and Adam enjoy the Castle and Stark collections from our new adult ranges available at Shop Disney online and at the Disney store. The Disney store team. First of all, I'm even excited about the box that it came in. Look at this Toy Story box. When I ripped the little cardboard thing off this, it revealed, Buzz, you're flying. This isn't flying, this is falling with style. Maybe not my best impression. So, making all my Disney dreams come true at once. Look at this amazing holographic backpack. How cool is that? It's got the little castle logo, Walt Disney Pictures. That is proper like oil slick holographic. I hope that's picking up properly because it is absolutely amazing. I'll try and find all these bits and link them on Shop Disney in the description box down below if they take any of your fancy. But I mean, if that doesn't tell me that I need to book another trip to Florida, I don't know what does. Then matching the backpack, there's this amazing little organizer. It's kind of fun to do the impossible. Walt Disney. So this opens up. Wow. Is this a travel organizer or is this like general stationery goals? I think it's just general stationery goals covered in little Disney quotes. When you believe a thing, believe it all over implicitly and unquestionably. Oh, I love that quote. That's lovely. So it comes with a little pen and then this little pouch. Is this just... Oh my god, there's a notebook. Oh, I love that. That's beautiful. And then this hoodie. This is Sunday afternoon dreams come true, isn't it? So snuggly, and it's beautifully soft too. And then I'm really touched because they've sent Adam a couple of things as well, which is so thoughtful of them. But they popped over a couple of bits from the new Stark Industries collection for Adam as well. So obviously he's a big Iron Man fan, so this is just perfect for him. And then the water bottle too, reusable water bottle. I love that. That's really cool. So he'll be absolutely buzzing with these. Thank you so much, Disney. That is really thoughtful. So kind. And Flo is officially exhausted from helping to lay a floor this morning. The lighting might give this away, but it's now 5:30. It's pitch black outside, and I think I'll be hearing this noise echoing in my skull for the rest of eternity. Right, so end of day one, progress report. It's in! Yeah! It's looking a lot darker than the last time you saw it, I think, because this has now got the primer on it, which is just to protect it, make it waterproof. Means that if we spill anything on it, then it'll live to see another day.
When you spill something on it, not if.
Oh, look who's here. Oh, hello. So yeah, we're just stood admiring our new floor, basically. So obviously because the primer is wet, it looks darker than it actually will be. He says that it will be light again tomorrow once the primer's dried. But then they come back tomorrow to put the varnish on top. So that is our living room floor, end of day one. And I'll show you the finished result tomorrow. And now we need to shut the door so that the cat doesn't walk all over the varnish. Ta-da! Do you love it?
I love it, it's great.
Good.
Good floor.
Yeah, what an adulting purchase that is. Oh hey, nice hoodie.
This old thing. This is my eating pizza in bed for dinner outfit, I think.
So that is literally our plan for tonight, obviously, because the kitchen is kind of out of bounds and we have nowhere to sit because our living room is now out of bounds. We are confined to eating dinner in bed.
Down to 2 rooms.
Yeah,
it's getting smaller and smaller.
We have got a Domino's on the way because it's just one of those nights. We haven't had a Domino's in like a year, maybe.
Domino's is my post-holiday.
Yeah, Domino's is just like the ultimate. Life is too hard, let's just order a Domino's. That's the only time we ever get one, is if we've been either travelling or if life is just like, oh, this is too much. Pizza, the American Office, on bed, Disney hoodies on. Peak happiness right here.
It's actually quite sick, to be fair. I was like, oh, I'm going to come over and have to sit on a bed all evening, it's going to be rubbish.
The reality,
I mean,
it's magic.
This is nice.
Good morning, everybody. Apologies for the echo in advance. I feel like I'll probably sound like I'm in a distant cave of Voldemort. It's done, it's complete, and so is my heart. The Eco Flooring guys came back this morning and just basically perfected it. They were literally on their hands and knees with these like little clipper things, clipping like tiny little like nail-sized bits to make sure that it was absolutely perfect. And they popped the varnish on this morning and now it's dry and I'm standing on it, and this is our living room floor now. A salsa. If you can't tell, I am absolutely buzzing. It's just so beautiful. So let me show you. 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! It's true love. Genuinely, I'm in love with a floor, and I don't care who knows it. So here is our beautiful French oak reclaimed living room floor, and I mean, it's just more beautiful than I could ever hope to be in my entire existence, really. I love the final colour that's come out. I just think it's so perfect. I love all the different grains and the different tones. It's just so unique and perfect, and I just couldn't be happy with it. So I'll give you a little spin move tour. Da, 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 da. And I think I might have pointed this out yesterday, but I just love this kind of like straight edge that goes all the way around. So like, it's really just neatened off perfectly by this little border. Like the precision and accuracy and the detail in it is just completely flawless. I'm really blown away by it, honestly. And I mean, the bit around the radiator is just, it's just an absolute masterpiece. Look at that. The attention to detail is just amazing. So I really hope you like it. I think you can probably tell that I could not be more pleased, and it's such an amazing feeling because obviously, like, everything we do to this house, we are having to save and save and save for each thing, and this is kind of the first big change that we've made to the house that we've really had to put quite a bit of money aside for, and it just feels so amazing that like that's paid off and it's come out exactly how we wanted. So that's our first big house thing, and it's been a success. I'm absolutely buzzing, and it's really, really motivating me now to get started on this room. I don't really know where to start. I need to have a little planning session, I think about it. If you've got any ideas for like the kind of vibe that this room might really suit, I would love to hear them. Now that the varnish is completely dry, we're cool to put everything back in. We just have to lift everything rather than slide everything to make sure we don't scratch it. And hey, this flooring is now my pride and joy, so no shoes in the living room, please. And now all we've got to do is get a sofa. That is the next thing on the list. This floor deserves a sofa. So thanks so much for watching. I really hope you guys like the new floor. I'm really excited for Adam to come home tonight and see it. As always, cannot thank you enough for being lovely, and I'll see you very soon with another video. Bye. Mwah.